What's up YouTube, Day here with wargames. We are finally back from YCS London, and as you can see before you, we've come straight into the new structure deck, Cyberse Links. Now, obviously these are only printouts, so basically what we are doing to demonstrate is that we have used used the cards from 3 of those decks and built you a Cyberse deck, which is really fun, really competitive, and can actually kick some arse in certain ways. Now Joe will be bringing you a full powered version Sunday, if not a little bit earlier on official release, but for now this is just our build to kind of show you what you can do when you get hold of 3 of these on Thursday. So we're going to start you off with the main deck. Now Joe has built this for us. I've added in a couple of little touches to it just to change it up a bit, or just to kind of see how it will operate in that sense. But this, remember, is only using cards from the Cyberse structured deck. So don't expect to see stuff like Link Slayer or anything like that in it, because there won't be, unfortunately. Anyway, we start off with Triple Boot Staggered. Now, Boot Staggered is a really cool card, especially in the Cyberse deck. Basically, when a Cyberse monster is normal summoned to your side of the field, you can special summon this card from your hand, and you can only use the effect of Boot Staggered once per turn. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can special summon 1 stag token, Earth, level 1, 0 attack, 0 defense. And it's a 2300 beta, so it's very nice and easy 2300 beta that you can just drop straight from your hand, which is why you play it at 3, because it's very rare that you'd ever kind of, like, it's only bad if you've got no hand and you top deck it. Next up we got Triple Rom Clouder. So when this card is normal summoned, you can target 1 Cyberse monster in your graveyard, accept itself, and add it to your hand. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Cyberse monster from your deck, accept itself. So he's a bit of a defender if you're going first and you kind of brick a little bit, but he's also a recycler when he's normal summoned to get that card's back to hand. So you could even add back Boot Staggered and kind of go again. So this one is designed to kind of pump out monsters to get into your link monsters. Triple Balancer Lord. So once per turn you pay 1000 life points. During your main phase this turn you can normal summon 1 Cyberse monster in addition to your normal summon or set. So again, it helps you get 3 monsters on board for your free link required monsters. If this card is banished, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower monster from your hand. You can only use the effect once per turn. So obviously some of the new Cyberse cards rely around banishing and stuff like that, so he can go off from that. Triple Backup Sentry. Again, if you control a Cyberse monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon it once per turn that way. So again, really helps to kind of flood your board with monsters. Even though they're all different levels, they don't really rely on XYZs or synchros as much. They go for their links. Then we go with Double Back Linker. If only your opponent controls a monster in their extra monster zone, you can special summon this card from your hand. You contribute this card, shuffle all monsters from their extra monster zones into the deck. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn. So it's kind of a board reset for you if needed. Double Client. When this card is normal summoned or set, is face up on the field, all Cyberse monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense during your turn only. If this card on the field would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy 1 Cyberse monster in your hand or face up from your field instead. So he kind of protects himself with that. Okay, so continuing on, to help you get more monsters on the board for your free links, we're playing 2 Jester Conflict. Really cool card, because you can only control 1 Jester itself. You can special summon this card from your hand in a tap position. If summoned this way during your opponent's next end phase, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Return both that target card and this face-up card. Now, number 1, it's not a special summon once per turn, so if you drop this on the board with another monster and then link that into a link 2, you can then special summon another one and go into a link 3, so it helps you kind of step up your game a little bit. Its second effect is rarely used, but it is there as a little bit of help if need be, and it's really cool to kind of help extend your plays. Double Digiron. You don't have to play this card. I would probably say the Jester over the Digiron. It's just a normal monster that obviously in the full power build you can use it to go into Link Spider. We then play the 1 Cyberse Wizard, the 1 Dual Assembly Worm. This card is the one that kind of banishes stuff and that. So if this card is in your hand or graveyard, you banish 2 Cyberse monsters from your hand and or face up from your side of the field. Special summon this card, but its attack becomes half. You can only use the effect of a dual assembly once per turn. Once per turn you can banish 1 card from your hand, banish 1 monster on the field with attack less than or equal to this card. So it kind of lets you banish a 1400 beta, or if you normal summon them out properly. And then obviously you've got some of the other card like Balance Loader that gets effects off when he's banished. The 1 Dotscaper. This is kind of like your Sinister Serpent. So if this card is sent to the graveyard, you special summon this card. If this card is banished, you can special summon this card. You can only use one effect, one Dotscaper's effect per turn, and only once that turn. You can only use each effect of Dotscaper once per duel. So he's a 21 beater, 21 defender for a level 1. So it's really, really cool, but obviously you can only use him once per turn, so you're only going to want to play him at 1. Launch Commander. All other Cyberse monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. Once per turn you attribute one Cyberse monster, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls and destroy it. And then finally, the one Stack Reviver. If this card is used as material for a link summon, you can target one other level 4 or lower Cyberse monster in your graveyard that was used as the material for the link summon. Special summon it in defense position. You can only use the effect of Stack Reviver once per turn. So again, just imagine going Stack Reviver and then Jester Counter, and then kind of another Cyberse, link to Stack Reviver and Jester Counter off. Go into a link 2, then Stack Revivers can bring back a Cyberse monster or something like that, and it just circles around. So they do have the ability to kind of maintain their boards as well. Again, like I said, this is only using 3 of the structure decks, so it's still quite powerful just in that sense itself. Now for the spells, we play triple Signet Backdoor. This is a really, really cool card. So you target one Cyberse monster you control, banish it, and if you do, add one Cyberse monster from your deck to your hand, whose attack is lower than the monster's original attack that was banished. During your next standby phase, return that monster banished by this effect to the field, and it can attack directly the turn. You can only activate one backdoor per turn, so that's really, really cool. It gives you back your banish, so it's kind of like a one-turn stall rather than a one-turn cost. Triple Cosmic Cyclone, again, you know, there's no guarantee, but it's still a very powerful card to play, so you kind of really want to play it free, especially if you're buying free structure decks anyway. The one Mind Control, steal your opponent's link monsters and kind of build on from there. The one Moon Mirror Shield to kind of help your weaker monsters be maintained. Soul Charge, because it's still really, really powerful in the game. Triple Storming Mirror Force. Double Miracle's Wake, so you target one monster that was destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard this turn and special summon it, so it's like your Call of the Haunted. Double Debarrer, and the one Recoded Alive. So you target one Link Cyberse monster, one Link Cyberse Link monster, Cyberse Link monster you control, or it is in your graveyard, banish it, and if you do, special summon one Code Talker monster from your extra deck. If you control no monsters in the extra monster zone, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one of your banished Code Talker monsters and special summon it. So it is basically your trap card to get you into your Encode Talker. Now, obviously, in the bigger build, the stronger build, where you're going to be playing like Decode Talker and stuff like that, you can probably play it more. But because we've only got the one, it's a little bit of a... You only want to play it at 1 because of the extra deck. Now with the extra deck, it's quite straightforward and simple. We're playing triple of each, triple Trigate, triple Encode, and triple Binary Sorceress. All really, really cool and powerful cards. Now, Binary Sorceress is a link to 2 monsters except tokens. This card gains these effects based on the number of monsters co-linked to this card. 1 or more when a monster is co-linked to this battles your opponent's monster and inflicts battle damage to them, you can gain that much life. 2 or more once per turn. Quick effects, you can target 2 face-up monsters you control until the end of this turn, halve the attack of one, and give the difference to the other. Encode Talker is more specific. It's 2 Cyberse monsters, 2 or more Cyberse monsters. Once per turn before damage calculation, if your monster this card points to battles an opponent's monster with high attack than it, you can make that monster unable to be destroyed by battle. Also, you take no battle damage from the battle. After damage calculation, have this card or one monster it points to gain attack equal to the attack of that battled opponent's monster until the end of this turn. And then, of course, the one that everyone kind of wants, which is Trigate Wizard. 2 or more monsters except tokens. This card gains these effects based on the number of monsters co-linked to it by this card. If a monster co-linked to this card battles your opponent's monster, any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent is doubled. Once per turn, you can target one card on the field and banish it. Nasty. And then 3 or more is once per turn. When a card or effect is activated, quick effect, you can negate the activation. If you do, banish that card. So, you know, Trigate Wizard is busted as hell. Anyway, that is it for the deck profile, and like I said, this is basically only using 3 of the structure decks. So we've tried to keep it as cheap as we can, so, you know, on average, depending on where you buy, you can probably get 3 of the structure decks for 20 quid. Now, to be totally honest, you could probably get 2 of the structure decks, and then pick up the other bits as singles. but by the time you've picked up the singles, you're better off just going, if someone's doing a deal for 3 for 20, just go and grab it, or if someone's doing 3 for 25, anything like that, just grab it, pick it up, and it's a really, really fun deck to play. And if you've already got the Link structure decks from before, with Deco Talker and that, you just mash them two together and you're good to pretty much roll. You should have stuff like Link Slayer as well. Anyway, I hope this gives you a couple of ideas on what to build on and what to go with. It's definitely a fun deck to play. It's introduced us to some new cards as well for the Cyberse archetype, as well as some generic Link monsters that can really, really help in Link-based decks, especially stuff like World Chalice. So it'll be interesting to see where they go from here as well. Also, guys, don't forget to keep an eye on the channel. We have a massive, massive, massive giveaway for you guys coming up. And if you haven't guessed, because we was at YCS London, we got to meet Dan Yugi Green and, of course, Eric Kyber Stewart. And as well as that, we did get one of the con exclusive mats signed, and we will be doing a giveaway coming up very, very soon, so watch out for that. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling. If you like that video, why not check out our other videos available? We've got more deck profiles, pack openings, and of course duels. And don't forget to click on the most important button of all, that subscribe button, right in the bottom left hand corner.